And we're just going to go through a short-ish exercise class. You might have never played Guilty Gear before in your life. You might have played it once. You might have played it for a month, a week, a year. It is Bonjourn, actually. Yeah. So what y'all may not know about me is that I used to be a boxing coach. And I have run group exercise classes before. So let me know when you're ready. And I will sit here and I will wait until someone tells me in chat that they're ready. And then we're going to go ahead and just run through a quick warm-up. Hey, that's what's up. That's what I like to see. So to start, this is Chipp. Welcome. This is your introduction to Chipp. Now I could go over all the moves, but we're not trying to do that right now. We're just trying to get into like, this is the warm-up, right? And so the warm-up that we're going to do is a very simple B&B. You're just going to run up 5K, close S. Oh, sorry. First, we got to turn off random block because that shit's going to fuck with our vibe. Go ahead. We're just going to beat up on the Slayer. What I want you to do is run up 5K, 2S, and then 2D. That's it. 5K, 2S, 2D. And just carry him from one side of the screen. When you get to the corner, go ahead and throw him. 5K, 2S, 2D. Would I do photo ref? You want me to pose for something? Hit me up later, Graffiti. Hit me up on Twitter or something. Just 5K, 2S, 2D. This is a good combo for Chipp for a couple of reasons. One, of course, it ends in a knockdown. And in mid-screen, often what Chipp wants is a knockdown because you can set up his Oki, which we'll get to. But first, we're warming up. So 5K, close S, 2D. This kind of combo is very common for Chipp, so you're just going to do it a while. 5K is a really good button. See, it sticks out here. You can whiff cancel it. It's active for like 5 frames or something ridiculous like that. So you can slide into it if you want. Like, you can use it as an approaching button. Oop, just be sure not to get 6K because you'll get whomped. Which is 5K, close S, 2D. Get to the corner. Do it again. Oh, we whiffed. That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Just gonna take it one side to the other. Oh yeah, that feels good, don't it? Just nice and chill. We got the jams on in the background. That's right, Soul Strain. Join us. It's okay. You're a little late to class. It's okay. All right, so now we're gonna build on top of that. Instead, yeah, Aaron, you know what's up. How do you throw? That's an excellent question. So you got your hard slash button, right? I think its default is R1, though I'm not 100% sure on that. And what you gotta do is you gotta walk up to someone, press forward or back, and hard slash at the same time. Yeah, May will harsh the vibe a little bit, but it'll work. You're just gonna keep doing that. And then when you're ready, we can try a slightly different variation. We're gonna do 6P into close S, 2D. This is good for different reasons, right? Obviously, you get more damage off the 6P. But Chipp 6P is interesting because look at that. It's not above his head, right? Now, 6Ps in this game have what we call upper body invincibility, and that's not really a fixed property per se. All it means is that an indeterminate chunk of Chipp's upper body, I think for Chipp, it's actually everything above his knees is invincible, right? Which means that 6P is not just good as an anti-air. It is good as a counter poke as well. If Slayer were trying to mash on me right now, he would probably lose to the 6P unless he hit me with something that went under the 6P. Yeah, Graffiti, we are running an exercise class right now. So if you're going to participate, I want you to try Chipp, even if you have no interest in playing him. Because the goal is just to get used to controlling a different character, right? So again, this is going to be a pretty common combo route. You're going to use this a lot. So get used to it. And the reason it's so common is because 6P is a really good starter, and if you're grounded, you probably want a knockdown, right? So go ahead and just take him coast to coast one more time. Get used to that combo. Let it just feel real good. Cool. So now we're gonna do one more thing for this part of the warm up, right? And this one's gonna be a little bit tricky. But if you're new to Chipp, that's okay. You can do different modifications, right? So Chipp has a mechanic, or he has the ability to cancel his falling J2K into a Faultless Defense. And what this does is it changes his jump arc. You see this most notably if he runs and then jump straight up like this, right? So this is run, you double tap forward to run, and then tap up, which you'll notice this is a different jump than that. That's a jump forward. It takes you much further, right? And with Chipp, you can combine these two mechanics to get them to drop straight down. So the next thing we're gonna do, you're just gonna tap forward, and then up. And then once you get at the apex, of your jump straight up, you're gonna press down back, and then you're gonna piano your fingers from kick to kick and slash, right? Like this. Oop. And it's okay if you can't do it. It's okay if you don't stop on a dime. Just try. Do your best. If not now, maybe tomorrow. Maybe the day afterwards, right? Just like this. So it's forward, up. And then when you get at the top of your jump, hold down back and plink your fingers. Street Fighter players call this plinking or pianoing, right? You go like that. And what you're doing here is you're canceling the J2K in its startup frames to FD. And what that does is it kills his momentum, right? So we're gonna practice this next. Just go ahead and do it. If you're a little bit off, let's say you miss the jump up and instead you get jump forward, you'll still kill your momentum. It just won't kill it quite as cleanly, right? Hell yeah, Harsmith. So what we're doing, it is hard on a PS4 controller, absolutely. And so if you're doing it on a PS4 controller, either I recommend having a button bound to Faultless Defense, or you have to hold your fingers with a claw grip instead, right? It's very hard to do with your thumbs, but if you do it with your fingers like this, you can still do it. But yeah, it is much harder to do if you're using your thumb. Yeah, running jump is what you want, but you want running jump up, right? And the reason this is hard, it is like the Faust FTC, absolutely. The reason this is hard is because, and I want you to keep doing it while you're listening to me. The reason it's hard is because you have to go forward, wait for like a little bit, and then press up, right? If you do forward, and then press up immediately, actually you can see this on a keyboard. Look. Is it possible to do that from jumping without dashing or with a super jump? So it is. It just doesn't kill your momentum as much, right? See? Look at that versus that. If you try and do it from a forward jump, then what happens is you still have some momentum forward. So, and you can actually see this. Look on my keyboard, right? That's 6-6 to dash forward. If I go 6-6-8 immediately, I get a jump forward, right? Even though if you look at my hands here, right? You get there's about a frame where I can be pressing forward and then immediately up, and I'll get a jump forward, which is not what I want, right? So you can listen to the keyboard here if you can hear. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but oop, that's too fast. Cool. So now you want to add that FDC back in, just as best you can. If you don't get it, that's fine. You'll get it next time, right? So now we're going to take these two things and put them together. You're going to run up 6P, close S, 2D, wait for a little bit, and then run forward, jump up, Faultless Defense Cancel, like that. And you're going to come down with heavy, air hard slash. So together, that's like this. Oh, I fucked up. Woo! You can see the pushback. Actually, well, we should probably stick to, instead of using 6P because the pushback is so intense, we'll try 5K and see if that works better. So go, Woo! Too far. All right, so we'll do just 5K into 2D. keep on doing it. Ooh, mess up, that's okay. This is training mode. Training mode is for messing up. And if you're messing up on a particular part, that's fine. You know there's going to be a VOD here. I'll put this on my YouTube channel. You can practice it later. You can come back to this every day. Take them coast to coast. So we can't get that Oki off a throw. That's okay. This is just one setup with many. The idea is we want to get you to practice for it. All right, coast to coast. Oh, messed up the combo. It's all right. Oh. Oh, and again. Yeah, if you go too far forward, oops, then you won't be able to FDC because, or you will, but the input will be flipped. So just keep on doing it. Remember, we're doing 5K, 2D, wait a little bit, run forward, jump straight up, and then Faultless Defense Cancel on your way down. Now this is good for Chipp because it's solid mid-screen Oki, right? It's hard to tell what side he's going to land on. Now, because I'm doing the FDC pretty early, he's always landing forward. But if you're playing against him, it can be hard to see that, especially if you don't know how Chipp works. So I'm just going to keep on doing this a little bit. Hey, what up, Shalumps? Woo. Just keep on doing it. Get in those reps, right? It's okay if it feels awkward. Oops. It's okay if you mess up. Progress is measured in days, weeks, months, not a couple minutes. We're just warming up. So now we're gonna add one more wrinkle to this. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, homie. Welcome to the crew. So now we've got a combo that leads to a knockdown, and we've got a setup that gives you Oki afterwards. But if you were doing this, and if you're doing it cleanly, right, you should be landing in front of him pretty much every single time. If you're canceling the jump forward, then you will actually land on the other side. Graffiti, I have no idea what your question is. Sorry. So we're gonna do this combo, and then we're gonna do the side switch, or the ambiguous left-right. But this time, instead of doing the Faultless Defense Cancel, right, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let the jump rock and land on the other side with the jump hard slash. It's gonna look like this, right? So 5K, close S. Woo! Oh, too far away. That's okay. Woo! Oh, a little early. That's all right. Oh, that was kind of messy. Just keep doing it. And this is how the Chipp blender starts, right? Is 5K 2DS into JH good Oki for Chipp? Yeah, the stuff we've been doing, yeah, absolutely. There's no S there, right? If anything, if you can get close S, it'll be 5K close S 2D. Woo. All right, back to the crossover. Oh, sorry. So what you can do now is you can switch between the two, right? You can start. So you usually don't want teleport in your Oki because it's not, unless you set it up right, it's not going to be very ambiguous, and good players will be able to blitz that shit or block it on reaction or whatever. Teleport is garbage Oki unless you set it up really well. So now you have two different branches, right? You can jump, you can let the cross up rock, or you can stop in front of him, stay on the same side. And remember, if you're not getting it right, that's okay. You'll get it right next time and the time after that. What's important is that you're trying it out, right? You're putting the work in. Too early. Thank you, Kamino. Appreciate it. And so now the next thing you can do is you can empty jump low, right? This will get blown up by throws, but this is important because if people start seeing you do this stuff too much, what they'll start doing if they have meter is they'll blitz you, right? Because blitz doesn't care whether you're on the left side or the right side. So you need an option that hits low in case you think that a blitz is coming. So what you're going to do is the same combo, 5K into 2D, or if you're close, 5K, close S, 2D. Hold on. Sorry for that 1 second. Hey, Gaborowski, Kamino Studhauser, thank you so much for the follow. So what you're going to do is you're going to do that combo, but this time, instead of crossing up or doing the JH on the way down, actually you can cross up if you want, but instead of doing JH on the way down, you're gonna land with 2K, close S 2D. Oop, messed that one up. It's okay. Woo. As you can see, I am messing up the inputs here sometimes. But as the homie Bob Ross would say, that just gives us a happy little accident of reset. The opponent cannot predict what you're going to do if you don't even know what you're going to do. That's how you know I'm a zero player. Now just mix it all back up into the same thing. Woo! Right, so that was a nice little warm-up. That actually took a little longer than I expected, but I hope that was useful to you. We're gonna try one more thing. Hey, Something Not Special asks, what do you call that thing you were doing where you did FD and then went straight down to the air normal? So it's called Faultless Defense Canceling, right? Very few characters can do this. Faust can, Chipp can, there might be a few other characters. So, but Chipp can do this, and it's real cool. So we're going to build off this combo, but we're going to do a different route instead. Okay. So now we're still going route, man. Don't worry. Before we were taking the knockdown because we wanted the mix, right? But sometimes you don't want to take the knockdown. Sometimes, especially if you've been using this setup a lot, it's going to get more and more risky every time you use it, right? So instead, hey, what up, Cheese Pad? Instead, we're now going to go for an option that gives us a little bit more damage, okay? And this one's going to be tricky. If you're not used to it yet, that's okay. At first, all you're going to do is the 5K close S 2D. But then I want you to hit, after 2D, I want you to combo that into core circle forward, or 2-3-6, slash, right? That's his resho. It's the first hit of his records. Hey, yeah, that's it. That's all it is. We're just going to get a little more damage at first. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced a student, you might be able to do something like this. If you're already familiar with Chipp combos, oop, I dropped it. If you're already familiar with Chipp combos, this will look somewhat familiar. You've seen me do this a lot. That gets us a little more damage. It's good if you got meter, you want to go for the kill or something like that. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to turn this into a corner route, right? Because what we've been doing up until now was midscreen, and midscreen is great, but you're not going to get that damage off midscreen. Now, changing this combo into a corner route is where Chipp starts to get damage without spending too much meter. And what you're going to do is you're going to do that combo into core circle forward slash, right? Hey, Toasted Buns, thanks for the follow. And after the core circle forward slash, you're gonna do 6-2-3. So that's 2-3-6-S and then 6-2-3-H. Oops. To get the up kick, Shinkiro, right? So in total, it's gonna look like this, just like that. So you can do this mid-screen, but if you do it mid-screen, you kind of kick them too far away to really follow up. It's good for corner carry, right? Which is handy. But for now, we just want to do this. Get used to that. You can do it off a 6P or a 5K or whatever starter you want, as long as you're going into close S into 2D. And if you're having trouble with this, let me know. I'll see if I can help you out. Just go ahead and let that rock for a little bit. You'll notice that Slayer sticks to the wall for a little while after he's after he gets Shinkiro'd in there. Toasted Buns and That Wicked 12. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Yeah, just look at Slayer. Look at him wall sticking like it's Guilty Gear Strive. So once you got this combo, and again, if you don't have it, go ahead and keep working on it. That's fine. But if you do have it, then we'll add something else. And what we're going to add is you're going to hit JD after the Shinkiro. Now, this isn't a cancel. This is a link. The way it works is that you wait for Shinkiro to end. And then on the way, when he's starting on his way down, when Chipp is starting on his way down, right? That's when you press JD. Boom, just like that. When doing the cross-up JH, is it a good idea to do FD during the jump to make them think that you're going to do FD cancel? You can. The main cost of doing that is that every time you FD, you do not gain meter for the next 2 seconds, even if you're not FDing anything. And that can be expensive, right? Chipp needs meter. So if you can, don't worry, Soul Strain, the FD cancel takes a little work. So if you can get the mix without going for the FD cancel, the payoff will be greater in the long run. So now that we got the JD, there's one more thing that we're gonna add. One bin, I always pick the person who I want to beat the most and practice in training mode against them. Anyway, we're going to do this combo, and after the JD, you're going to cancel that into Alpha Blade. See? But what you're going to do here, as you're doing this combo, and again, it's not easy, right? So it's okay if you can't get it. What we're going to do is, you're going to hold on to the punch after you Alpha Blade. What that does is it makes Chipp cling to the wall. Oh, dropped it. It's okay. And after he clings to the wall, there are better things that we can do, but we're just going to go ahead and press punch again to get the alpha off the wall. Madao, because he deserves it. And no, you don't have to do 6-4. So you have to do, I think it's 4-6 or whatever. It's weird because he crosses up. You have to do that if you just want to do it raw off a jump. But they added this in Rev 2. So when you do an attack that puts you next to the wall, like an airborne attack, you can hold the attack button that you did. So this is teleport, and you'll hold on to the thing. You'll hold on to the wall. So with Alpha Blade, you hold P. With Genrozan, you can hold S. It's handy. A little bit easier on the wrists. So you're just going to do that. Hey, B-Lit and Gordon Ramses. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Woo! I fucked up. It's okay. Yeah, it makes our lives just a little bit easier. Chipp players get enough fucking tendinitis and shit already. Can you hold on? No. So in Strive, he has a wall run instead of a wall cling. So you have to run into it. Or you can Alpha Blade into it. So the reason you don't see that many Chipps... Well, actually, that's not true. You can jump install it to make it a little bit better. But yeah, the time it takes to teleport wall cling is about as long as the time it takes to jump wall cling. What up, Nev? So yeah, just keep on doing this combo. You want pretty much anything into 2D, 236S, 623H, 5D, or JD, excuse me, 236P, hold the P, and then press P again to uncling Alpha Blade. Look at that. Look at that damage that we get. It's not Chipp's best, but it's something. Woo. How's this feeling for y'all? Feels a little more comfortable now? You got a combo. You got a combo that you can start to mix off of, right? And the nice thing is, you got a couple of options for the mix afterwards. Ooh. Right? You can mix it just that, and then once you get to the corner, oh boy, you get some big ass damage. Woo. Chipp is scary in the corner. And yeah, this isn't much of a block string graffiti. If they're blocking, then you change your route. There's no point in going to the same combo on hit versus block because you want different things if it hits versus if it blocks. Woo. We'll let Slayer regain some health so we can keep beating up on him. Start to see how you put these together, right? Hey, B-Lit, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Right? So now, we got the corner combo. Running that double alpha blade, and then afterwards, oh, we get the ambiguous left-right. Check it out. Let's see, do we have time to FDC here? It's not great, but we'll take it. Oh, too early. Oh. Kamano, we'll give it a shot and we'll see if people like it. I'm having fun, and it's a good way to remind me to spend some time in training mode. One bin, yeah, all the time. I do not always know what side I'm gonna land on. Woo! And yeah, graffiti, deciding what to go on hit versus on block is very situational. And it depends on the character, it depends on the matchup, it depends on what the opponent knows about you and what you know about the opponent. Peace out, Kamino. Thanks for coming through. All right. Well, would you look at that? It's been 30 minutes. We just spent 30 minutes in training mode, playing with some basic Chipp combos. You now have a little more Chipp practice under your belt than you did when you started watching the stream. I hope you had fun. I hope you felt good. Now let's get into the lobby and play some games.